Whether you're buying or selling a home in Saratoga Springs, there are so many different things you need to consider, and this market is booming. So let's get started, and I'll share more information about buying a home with a real estate agent in Saratoga Springs. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have questions about buying a home in Saratoga Springs, I am a licensed real estate agent. You can click on the link below, get access to all the homes for sale in Saratoga. That it will include new builds, and we'd be happy to help you out. But let's get started talking about Saratoga Springs. The demand for Saratoga Springs continues to rise, and we're seeing more and more development. And the reason why is because Saratoga Springs is an off suburb outside of Utah County, about 15 minutes west, that gives you access to newer homes, newer communities, and there's lots of families out here. For those that aren't very family oriented, there's still great spots in Saratoga Springs, but what you're finding, basic demographics, most people that own a home in Saratoga Springs are between 25 and 40 years old with children. There are those that are older, right, that are selling, that have been here for a long time, but those that have moved in recently in the last 8 years fit that demographic. Those that have lived here for a lot longer than 8 years, 10 years, they are some of the historic Saratoga Springs residents where they understood that this was majority farmland. There was a lot of smaller developments, homes out in this area where you could get a really big home for really inexpensive. They have a lot of pride behind Saratoga. Saratoga has grown tremendously over the last 8 years, and it is a wonderful place to raise a family and also have access to the lake and other trails. If you don't have a family, that doesn't mean you're not welcome here. You definitely are. There's a lot of opportunities for you in this area. Now let's actually talk about the housing. Average price point on a house is around $530,000, and that's going to be for something with approximately 2,400 square feet or more. Most homes right now, you can get between 2,400 and 3,000 square feet for that price range, and those homes will be anywhere from 2008 to, in some cases, you can buy a brand new one. Home values continue to rise, and demand continues to rise out here. And there were at points special grants and loans that you could get out in Saratoga Springs that are no longer available. But what we're seeing is an increase in development out here, and it's raising prices of homes tremendously. And the reason why is because Saratoga Springs has been very, very lenient on the permits for building, and there is a lot of development areas here. We're seeing a lot of farmers and a lot of people that own land here selling it off to some of these bigger home builders, and the home builders are trying to put as many houses as possible because here in Utah, we're in a house shortage. So Saratoga Springs is a prime time spot for a lot of rentals, a lot of real estate investing, and also it's a great place to be. Let's talk about some of the things to consider before buying a home in Saratoga Springs. You have to keep in mind that Saratoga Springs is an area that has historically had fires in the past, and so you may have some issues with homeowners insurance due to the fire zone. You're also by a lake, and that lake is known to rise and go down, right? Obviously here in Utah, we have a lot of extreme drought conditions, but we have to also recognize that this lake may actually start creeping up. So if your home's by the lake, you may or may not be in a flood zone. Something to consider. The other thing that I'd really want to hit home is a lot of homes in Saratoga Springs are being built really quickly. And so we're seeing some settling issues in homes because the dirt hasn't been compacted or there's been shifting from other homes being dug up and moved around. So please keep in mind that having a engineer that can come out and look at the property and make sure it's structurally sound would probably be a great recommendation because your home does move as the earth moves itself. So here's a few things about Saratoga Springs. If you would like more information about buying a home in Saratoga, or if you'd like to speak to a professional, I'm your guy. I'd be happy to chat with you more about it. You can simply click on the link below to get access to all the homes for sale in Saratoga, or you can give me a call at the number below as well, and we can have a great conversation. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day.